This accreditation has unlocked unprecedented opportunities for Saint Lucia to access substantial funding to address the impacts of climate change, foster sustainable development, and build a more resilient future for all Saint Lucians. SLDB Managing Director Cornelius Sidoni shared it all started in 2019, noting that it has been 6 years since they have been going through an extensive process to acquire the accreditation.
This all started where we needed to get a national endorsement as the entity in Saint Lucia that would represent Saint Lucia as a direct access entity to the Green Climate Fund. And we were nominated, of course, by the NDA. So thanks to the NDA, that went back since 2019, July 2019. So this is actually 6 years now since we've been through that process, and that just tells you how much it is and how much it involves.
Economic Development Ministry Permanent Secretary Paul Hilaire highlighted that it is well known that St. Lucia faces heightened vulnerability to the impacts of climate change, including rising sea levels, extreme weather events, and disruptions to key sectors such as agriculture, fisheries, energy, and water. With GCF accreditation, SLDB is now positioned to channel critical investments into projects that address these challenges head-on, including renewable energy projects, climate-resilient infrastructure, sustainable agriculture and fisheries, and community-based adaptation.
We all know that we are small island states, and by that I mean we have very limited resources, and the ability to mobilize resources are very, very small. No one here likes to pay more taxes. So if in the event we have a serious disaster and we say we will increase the taxes temporarily to take care of a reconstruction of a road, everybody goes up in arms. But they want to drive on smooth roads, but they don't want to pay the costs for it. So that is one of our challenges. How do we proceed in financing and bridging that gap as small developing states?
National Designated Authority NDA to the GCF representative Nadia Wells Hyacinth shared that they work hand in hand with the Economic Development Ministry and noted some of their roles on the initiative.
Our role here is to try to attract or design programs and projects that will access those funding to make them available to St. Lucia. We also manage the no objection procedure. And what is a no objection procedure? This is the process where we ensure there's national alignment, where our nationals take ownership of the process. So any project that is going to be put forward, we need to ensure that it is built from the ground up, that the grassroots level, there's a demand from it from the nationals, and it is not something that comes in parachuting from the outside. But if not, it is St. Lucia, it's groundswell from internally. So that process really allows for alignment and oversight.
SLDB is committed to working in close partnership with the government of St. Lucia, local communities, and development partners to identify and implement high-impact climate projects that align with national priorities and global climate goals. With this accreditation, the SLDB says it stands ready to lead the charge in mobilizing climate finance for national development. Together with their partners, they are committed to turning this opportunity into lasting impact, building a green and more resilient St. Lucia for more generations to come. Kayla Edwin, NBC Prime.